roughly 230 odd points and currently 100 points away from its day's highs, also trading at 0.24% higher. Let's also take a quick look at what the broader markets are doing. The broader markets are doing a tad bit better than the benchmark indices. The mid cap 150 is up 0.4% and the small cap 250 is up around 0.6%. Let's also quickly pull up the contributors on the Nifty 50 today and see what are the counters buzzing in trade. In terms of the stocks in green, we have L&T, ICICI Bank, Infosys and HDFC Bank that are weighing up the Nifty, and stocks like RIL, ITC, HUL, NTPC are stocks which are weighing down the Nifty. RIL is weighing down the Nifty by roughly 13 odd points. Let's also quickly pull up the breadth of the market and see what the breadth of the market looks like. And the breadth of the market roughly is 2:1 and skewed towards the buying side. 1300 odd advances versus 750 odd declines. And let's also quickly pull up the sectors and how are the sectors doing in trade. Something like Nifty Realty, Nifty Media are stealing the show. Nifty Realty is up around 0.8%. Nifty Media is also up around 0.8%. Nifty FMCG is under pressure today, down around 0.7%, and Nifty Energy is also under pressure, down around 0.3%. Let's quickly pull up the contributors on Nifty Realty, Nifty Media and Nifty FMCG one by one and see what stocks are factoring in this kind of movement. In terms of Nifty 50, just to point out, the all-time high is roughly at 25,078 and roughly just 11 points away from its day's highs. In terms of the Nifty Realty contributors, something like Macro Tech is up 3.7%, Brigade is up 1.2%, DLF is up around 1.12%. Some counters in red include Prestige Estates, Suntech Realty up down around 1% each. Let's also quickly pull up Nifty FMCG and see what are the counters that are weighing down on the index. There is Marico, which is down 1.4%, Dabur down 1.2%, and Godrej Consumer also down roughly 1%. But Anushi, I think Medi Assist is the stock in focus today.
Absolutely, Mahima. So if you look at Medi Assist, the stock is on a tear today. It's currently about 9% up. But Harsh joins in to discuss more on the acquisition news. Harsh, what is happening in Medi Assist? Why is the stock on tear today?
Well, large acquisition for sure. You're seeing 300 crore of cash consideration given out by a company which is whose market cap is roughly 4,000 crore. But nonetheless, it's a largest acquisition even from an industry perspective. It takes out 6% of market share for wholesale insurers within the wholesale insurance pack, and around 4% odd within the standalone health insurance market share as well. So quite a large market share taken away. Of course, in terms of the business itself, it's a third-party administrator, which is a TPA for general insurance, health insurance and life insurance. They've taken over Paramount Health services and therefore that largest kind of market share getting transferred to Medi Assist. Now, the revised market share stands at 36.8%, where the group market share is concerned, and where health insurance overall is concerned, the combined market share will stand at 23.6% versus the sub 20% Medi Assist had prior to this acquisition. The acquisition is going to take 5 to 6 months of time to kick in, and it brings in a revenue of around 153 crore, FY24 revenue of 153 crore to Medi Assist. It takes Medi Assist's total cumulative revenue to nearly 788 crore. This is, of course, FY24 numbers. What Paramount has done is it's grown at 23% from FY21 to FY24. Given that trajectory would continue, you would expect to see probably 180 to 200 crore in terms of Paramount's top line contributing to Medi Assist in FY25 or 26. What you're also seeing as a huge positive is Medi Assist has a track record which is extremely strong. It has done 2 acquisitions in 2023 calendar year, both of which have turned EBITDA negative margin to nearly a 20% margin. So that's why all the positivity.
Okay, so strong positives that Harsh has cited out for the acquisition that Medi Assist has made. But with that, let's introduce our guest for today and take this across to them. Astha Jain, Senior Research Analyst from Hem Securities, and Swati Hotkar, AVP Technical Research from Nirmal Bank, joins us. Hello and welcome to Ask Profit. Astha, I'll take it across to you first. What is your view on Medi Assist? What does this acquisition mean? What is your long-term view on the stock. Do you have it under coverage?
Hi, good morning to all of you. First of all, with a disclaimer that Medi Assist may be there in our portfolios. Now I want to talk about this counter since I tracked IPOs in a great detail. So this IPO of Medi Assist came back way back, I think in January 24 at the price of around 418 rupees. 17 January was the issue close price date. I still remember. So at the issue price of around 418 rupees, we have seen it has seen a sharp jump. So this company, as we all know, they are TPA, and in fact, their one of the major strategies was always been the inorganic acquisitions. And in that regard, or in that chain only, they have already acquired MedVantage TPA as well as one another TPA by the name of Raksha. So, in fact, they have mentioned in their strategies also when they have came out with the IPO that inorganic acquisition will always be on the radar of the company, and in that chain only they have now acquired this. So we are looking at it as a very positive development in the company, and definitely whatever acquisitions in the past the company has made, those acquisitions have always yielded benefit to the company. So in the same way, we are seeing this as a very positive momentum for the company, and we are maintaining our hold rating on the stock. Not a buy, but yes, we are maintaining a hold rating on the stock. Initial price target which we are giving to the stock right now is around 680 to 700 odd levels.
Okay, so 680 and 700 odd levels for the stock should be the target price. Now, in terms of the Nifty 50, it's currently just 10 points away from its all-time high. Swati, I'll come to you for this. What are the kind of levels that you're watching out right now in terms of support and resistance?
See, as of now, we are witnessing that the Nifty has given a clear-cut breakout of 25,000 psychological mark. Going ahead, I believe the 25,200 levels can be tested. Any move above that level will extend this rally towards to 25,400. Whereas on downside, I'm looking for a support of at least 24,800. So up to once, as long as the Nifty sustains above that level, yes, the wave will remain a positive, and we will see the extension of these legs on the higher side as well. So you can hold your long positions by maintaining or keeping a strict stop loss of 24,800 on the downside.
Okay, thank you, Swati, for breaking that down for us. Astha, I'll come to you for the first viewer query that we have. We have Suraj, who has 50 shares of Zentek. We also just spoke to the management of Zentek, and we've received a very strong commentary from them. He's guided a 50% CAGR growth over the next 3 years. So he's asking whether he should sell or hold Zentek. His profit right now stands at roughly 82,000.
So I think there is no need to sell at the current juncture, because what is positive about this company is their strong order book, or the order inflows are still intact for the company. So that is the major positive about the company. In fact, what we have seen in the results gone by was a strong performance by the company on the financial front. Their execution capabilities are very strong. So we are maintaining our hold rating on the counter. Initial price target which we would like to assign to this counter is at around 2,000 odd levels. So if someone has the stock in their holding, they can definitely continue with that.
Hold rating continues on this one. Now we move on to the next query, and this is from the auto side. Shlok from Gujarat, he holds about 50 shares of Tata Motors, and this is at a price of 700. So currently he's sitting at quite a big profit. He's sitting at a 19,000 of a profit figure over here. I'll come to you on this one, Swati, whether he should continue to hold at these levels or should buy more at this position.
See, the overall Tata Motors setup on the technical front is really positive. The stock is trading in the high tops, high bottom formations. Also, the interesting fact that it is trading in upward rising channels. As of now, the view is definitely positive. Downside, it has a very good support at around 1,050 levels. So, by keeping a profit stop loss of 1,050, definitely you can hold on or carry your long positions for immediate target of 1150 to 1180 rupees on the higher side. So, it's a hold from my end. Long positions, if you want to add on more long positions, you should wait on for any dips towards 2,000, then you can definitely add on, but not at the current market price.
Okay, Swati, I'll stick to you for the next query. Avnish from Andhra Pradesh is asking that he's holding Tata Power 50 shares at 416 a piece, and he's asking whether he should hold, add or sell for this particular stock, because he's just sitting at a profit of roughly 300 odd rupees.
Tata Motors, definitely the chart is positive, but it is just facing a very strong resistance of 20 days moving average on the technical front.
Sorry to interrupt. It's Tata Power and not Tata Motors.
Yes, I'm telling about Tata Power only.
Okay, perfect.
Counter is trading below its 20 days moving average. The current market is priced at around 423. Any breakout of 430 levels on the higher side will see the extension of this pullback rally back towards to 460 to 470 levels. So from my point of view on the technical front, definitely the view is positive. If you're looking for a longer term horizon or at least for a short term medium purpose, definitely you can hold on for immediate target of 460 to 470. Downside, the support is placed at around 400 levels. So it's all from my end.
Okay, Swati, I'll stay with you on this next one as well. Now, Rajesh Maheshwari from Indore has a query on Mankind Pharma. He currently holds 50 shares at an average price of about 2,110, sitting at a profit figure of about roughly of around 14,000. Wants to understand the short to medium term outlook on this one, whether he should remain invested or should exit. What is your view on this?
See, overall, definitely my view is positive on the Mankind. If you look on a daily chart, the stock has given the formation of a flat pattern and it's on the verge of giving the breakout. So whenever such kind of a formation comes, definitely we are likely to witness a major upside rally on the higher side. I'm looking for a target of minimum 2600 to 2700 levels on the higher side. So I will definitely suggest to hold on this particular counter. Downside, it has a very good support at around 2300 mark. So as long as this particular counter holds to 2300 levels on the closing basis, definitely you should hold your longer term positions for immediate target of 2600 levels. So it's all from me.
All right. The next query is from KV Narayana Rao from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Now, he said that he has 100 shares of Cyient Limited at 1687 a piece, and from a long-term perspective, whether he should hold or not. He's sitting on a profit of roughly 30,000 right now. Asta, I'll come to you for this one.
So we are positive on the counter. Cyient, we are recommending a hold as well as buy also on this counter. Initial price target which we are giving to this counter is at around 2000 to 2010 odd levels. Now talking about this counter, although the order intake which we talk about this company, the order intake was strong, but we know that the financial performance was muted in the Q1 of FY25. So what is the major positive about this company is their order intake, which is very strong. And I think that is creating a strong revenue visibility going ahead. And on that basis, we are expecting the stock to show strong financial performance also in the coming quarter, especially in the Q2 of FY25. Recommending a hold as well as buy with the initial price target as at around 2000 to 2100 odd levels.
Okay, so initial price target of 2,000 to 2,100 for Cyient Limited. Now, moving on to the next query, Swati, I'll come to you on this one. This is from Sandesh from Bangalore. He owns about 701 shares of Meghmani Organics, and this is at an average price of about 88.45, currently at a 13,000 profit figure. Whether he should continue to hold or sell at these levels, how is it looking on charts for you?
I'm really positive on this particular counter. Even we have initiated a buy call in this particular stocks. Definitely, the counter has given a very good rally on the technical front once it manages to give the breakout of a 94 levels with the very good volumes. This rally is likely to be extended towards to 120 to 130 levels. So it's a definitely hold from my end because the monthly charts given the formations, consolidation breakouts with very good volumes. So I'm looking for a target of a 120. You may hold on by maintaining a strict stop loss of 100 levels on the downside and go for a long for a target of a 120 to 130 levels.
Okay, thank you for that, Swati. The next question is from Manoj, who's from Bangalore, and he's asking that whether this is a good time to buy Suzlon from a long-term perspective. Astha, what's your view on this?
So from the long-term perspective, I think Suzlon is a great buy, but not at the current level because we have seen a sharp rise in the prices. So maybe at around 72 to 75 odd levels, the stock is a better buy candidate. Now talking about this counter, as we all know, they have got strong industry tailwind. And what we have seen now with this turnaround, which they have posting since last 2 quarters, I think that is really playing in a very positive way for the company. So with a strong financial performance and the strong industry tailwind, the stock is well poised to show performance in the future also, but at the current level, stock seems to be a little overvalued. So maybe at around 72 to 75 zone, the stock is a better buy opportunity. So wait for some time, let the stock fall and then make entry into the stock. Our immediate price target for the stock is at around 85 to 90 odd levels.
85 to 90 odd levels, that's a target for Suzlon that Swati is looking at. But now moving on towards Apollo Microsystem. Now this is from Badrinath or from Bengaluru. He holds about 22,800 shares and he's bought this at a price of 77.5%. Wants to understand whether he should continue to hold or sell, currently at a profit of about 6 lakhs. Swati, what is your outlook on this one? Whether a hold rating or a sell one on this?
See, first of all, congratulations. He's earning a very good amount of money in such kind of a market, and he has kept a whole long positions. At the current level, I will suggest to book the partial profits. At least you can pocket in the partial profit, and another partial you can hold on by maintaining a strict stop loss of 100 rupees on a downside. The setup is really doing very well in this particular counter. Upside, I believe 110 is the breakout levels once it manages to give the breakout of that level with a decent volume. But on the with the closing basis, definitely we are likely to witness some positive momentum towards to 120 to 135 levels. So, at my view, will be a book the partial profits at the CMP, and another partial you can hold on by maintaining a strict stop loss of 100 rupees on the downside.
All right. The next query is from Rubil Biswas, who's from Assam. He is holding roughly 50 shares of Titan, which he bought at a price of 2,500, which is his average price. And he's asking whether he should, hold his existing position or should add some more to this. Astha, what do you think? This seems to be like a more longer-term perspective stock. What are your views on whether he should hold or whether he should add more Titan shares?
I think this is a stock which could be a added, beneficiary. So I think one can make a new entry into the counter also at around 35-50 odd levels. We have recommended this stock to our clients as well, and our immediate price target for this counter is 3950 to 4,000. Now, talking about this counter, all of the segments have performed well. They have shown strong volume growth in the quarter gone by, despite we all know that there were some demand challenges during Q1 of FY25, but still they have maintained strong volume growth. And going ahead also, we are expecting all the segment, whether it is jewelry, whether it is watches and wearables or eye care segment. These all segments we are expecting to perform strongly going ahead. So positive on this counter, recommending a buying as well as hold with an initial price target of around 3950 to 4,000 odd levels.
Okay, so moving on to the IT space now. So, Asta, I'll stay with you on this one. Prat from Chennai, he has about 630 shares of Infosys, and he's bought this from the last 5 years. Currently sitting about a 1,13,000 of a profit on this one. Buy price of about 1,715, and wants to understand the outlook going forward, whether he should book profits at this level or continue to hold it further. What's your view on Infosys?
So we are positive on Infosys as of now on the back of the strong deal pipeline the company is having. In fact, they have made certain acquisitions also. So that will be also helping the company in showing strong financial performance. And the future outlook is looking positive for this IT company. Although in Q1 of FY25, we all know the numbers were not very strong. But going ahead, we believe the numbers to be strong and hence recommending a buy as well as hold with an initial price target of somewhere at around 2,000 odd levels. So I think there is no need to book the profit. If an investor can hold this stock for another 6 to 8 months, then I think the price target can be set at around 2,000 odd levels.
Okay, the next question is from Sujoy, who's from Kolkata. He is invested in Canara Bank shares at 111, and he's asking his view from a short-term perspective, maybe from a 1 year. Swati, I'll come to you for this one. What should be the strategy for Canara Bank right now?
In my view, is a little bit cautious on this particular counter because we have already seen a very good amount of a rally from almost 2021 to 24 from the moving average towards from level of 25 to almost 120 levels. Now, at the current levels, the profit bookings cannot be denied, and we are witnessing the same profit booking or say the price correction in this particular counter. Downside, as of now, it has a very good and cluster support at around 105 level. As long as it's mentioned that level, we might witness some pullback rally, but overall view or the trend will remain a cautious or say the negative only. I will suggest if you're getting any bounce back rally towards 215 to 120 level, you should exit. But definitely you can check out with the another bank such as the CUB really looks very good for a longer term horizon. So I will try to convey the message that if possible exit from this particular bank, but you can go long on the CUB.
Okay, so that was the view on City Union Bank, but now I'll take it across from next query from Lavanya from Lagos, Nigeria. She wants to understand the short to medium term outlook for HAL and Cochin Shipyard. She bought it at a price of 4,800 and 2,200. Asta, I want to understand from you, what's your outlook on defense? Do the valuations continue to hold despite the stock run up that we've seen in these two counters?
So I think these two counters will definitely going to hold the high valuation going ahead also, because defense is such a sector which is really catch the traction on the streets, and we are expecting some strong deals to come up going ahead also. So both these are to be considered to be the prime beneficiary in the defense space, and we are positive on this counter. The only problem is that right now, since the valuations are high, so maybe some sort of correction is due. So it's a better to buy not at the present moment of a time. Let these two stocks fall more and then make an entry. Although the valuation will not be that cheap that we can say for the other counters, but for these two counters, let them come to some sort of decent valuation and then make an entry. So both these counters are buying on dips from our side. So we are recommending buying on dips on both these counters. So not at the present moment of time.
Okay, Asa, one more query on these shipbuilding stock, which is Garden Reach Shipbuilders. Vinod Kalani from Mumbai is asking that he's holding roughly 500 shares at 770 a piece, and roughly he's sitting on a profit of 5 lakh rupees. So he wants a long-term perspective for this stock as well.
So for this stock, the long-term perspective is positive from our side. We are maintaining a buy on this counter as well. But buying on dip strategy again can be implied on this counter. So maybe at 1700, one can make a buy. But for those who have this stock in their holding, they can continue with the initial price target of around 2000 odd levels. What we have seen that the numbers in the Q1 of FY25 were not that very supportive for all these shipbuilding companies especially. But going ahead also, the kind of traction they are seeing in their order booking, I think that will really help these companies to show a strong financial performance along with the industry tailwind, which will always keep them in a sweet spot. So I think positive. We are positive on both the counter. The only problem is that right now they are high on the valuation. So let the stock fall more and then make entry into the counter. Otherwise, those who have in the holding continue with this with a price target of around 2000.
Okay, well, that was the roundup on the whole shipbuilding segment as we speak. But now let's go across to Swati on the next one. This is from Shiv. He's holding 20 shares of Amar Raja, and this is at a price of about 1,618. Currently, sitting at a 1,380 of a loss over here. Whether he should continue to hold at these level or should sell? What's the future target according to you, Swati? How is it looking on charts?
See, currently, as of now, it is in a consolidation phase. Sideways momentum we are witnessing. No major pattern as such we are witnessing on this particular counter. But at the current level, I will suggest you to hold on the long positions. Immediately, we have witnessed a very strong support at around 15-20 levels. So as long as that levels are maintained on the closing basis, we are likely to see some positive momentum towards at least 1600 to 1612. So it's a hold from my end with a mentioned stop loss.
Okay, Swati, I'll stick to you also for the next question. Utkarsh from Lucknow is holding roughly 500 shares of SBI Bank at 818 a piece, and he wants to understand whether to hold or sell these shares. And currently, he's sitting on a loss of roughly 750 rupees.
Yes, SBI is the one of the counter or one of the bank one should definitely hold on into their portfolio. If you are looking for the portfolio management building purpose as such, definitely this particular stock should be held into the account. But as of now, on the technical front, the view is little bit cautious because on the weekly chart it suggests a negative diversion. So we might witness some sell-off in this particular stock for a short period of time, but on the longer horizon, definitely it's a very good counter. Very soon we are going to, this particular stock is going to enter into the 4-digit as such. So any dips towards to 750 or 700, whenever we find some correction, definitely it's a add-on deep strategy should be applied in this particular counter. So for longer term horizon, it's a hold from my end.
A whole trading on SBI from Swati over here. But Asta, coming back to you on the next query, this is for BLS. Thrissur has bought about, Pramod from Thrissur, he's bought about 100 shares at 390 per piece. of BLS and wants to understand the 2 to 3 year outlook on this one. Currently at a 3,300 of a profit figure. What's your perspective on this?
Basically, their Q1 FY25 financial performance was on the expected line, and they are being the established player in the visa services. I think the company is well poised to cater the strong opportunities available in the sector. With a strong financial performance and the kind of industry they are working into it, we are positive on this counter from the 2 to 3 year perspective. So recommending a buy as well as hold, and the initial price target which we have given to this counter is at around 480 to 500 odd levels, because what we believe that they have a high growth potential in the digital services also. So that will going to be a key for the company's performance going ahead. So we are positive on this counter from the 1 to 2 year perspective.
Okay, the next question is from Subramaniam, who's from Chennai. He bought high-tech pipes, 80 shares at 184.7 a piece, and he wants a near-term target for the stock. Should he hold or should he sell right now? He's sitting on a profit of roughly 3,000 rupees. Swati, your view on this?
This my view is definitely positive because this particular counter is trading in upward rising channel. Also, the interesting fact that it has given a breakout of a flat pattern on the weekly chart. So the overall setup is definitely positive. For a very short term period of time, we are looking for a target of 210 to 220. So it's a hold from my end. If you're looking for any stop loss, 175 will act as the immediate support levels. So by maintaining a 175 as a stop loss, you can hold for a target of 210 to 220 levels on highs.
Okay, well, that was the view on high-tech pipes and the final query for today. But thanks for that, we are completely out of time on this edition. Thank you, Astha. Thank you, Swati, for joining into the show and solving all those stock-related queries. But with that, we are completely out of time on this segment.
and welcome. This is Hot Money. I'm Vakharia, and in this show we take you through all the stocks and themes which are the flavor of the season. We take a quick look at the markets, and it does seem like the Nifty has been within 5 points of making a new life high. It hasn't been the case yet, but the good news is that we're continuing to sustain about 25,000, and that will always bode well with those who are long in the market. And even in terms of the Bank Nifty, even though there is just about okay, so the marginal weakness has gone into marginal strength for the Bank Nifty too, and it's now up around 0.3%. Do remember that it is also the weekly options expiry for the Fin Nifty, and hence a lot of banks will continue to be in focus on account of that. But let's take a look at the Nifty contributors. Let's see where there is a pull and push there. So L&T at the top of that list, and you know, a lot of analysts have actually spoken about L&T today. ICICI Bank and Infosys, along with Bharti Airtel, also providing and doing what they can to push the Nifty higher. But what's weighing down on the index is Reliance Industries, ITC and HUL. But perhaps one of those days where you'd prefer that a name like Reliance Industries would aid the index on the up move and take it to a new life high. But for now, it's very evenly poised between gainers and losers. Even in terms of your broader markets, there is a slight bit of an